I have a new problem. My hard drive isn't showing up. There's supposed to be a C, a D, and an I. E and F are my CD-ROMs, because I'm old school, and that's my phone. So I was in here, because I was going to make a new thumbnail for my video where I was testing the 3 lights. Watch what happens when I open it. Search for missing file. So I'm like, did I maybe move it to another folder? And so I hit Windows button E to open Explorer. And there's no I there. That's weird. So I finished eating my supper and watching my YouTubes, which is what I was doing at the time. So I realized I gotta troubleshoot this thing, right? Close this out. So let's troubleshoot that right now together and see if we can figure it out. Start with, remove this bass guitar out of the way. I got to be careful I don't hit this webcam wire. Wonder if I can do this with one hand. Ah! So this side of the case is a little bit trickier to get off. I'll show you why. There are these 2 wires down here for my custom lighting. You see the custom lighting? Because I built this computer in 2015 before they came out with RGB lights that go inside your computer. Nope, I can't do that with one hand. Sorry! I got that unplugged. Unplugged, set this aside. Check that out. Custom wiring. So let's see here. It's a 2 terabyte one that is acting like it's not unplugged, and I feel it vibrating right now. Vibration. But maybe you guys can tell me if I put the microphone to it. The noise? The noise? Any of y'all time travelers can come back and tell me. Thanks. We got to make sure it's plugged in, which means I have to take the back side off. Is that a light? Did I? Oh yeah, I had a light up there. I should hold a light, maybe. Derp. Let's set this down on the door. Oh, look at this mess of wires. So we gotta figure out which one to look at, because it's possible the wire is just not plugged in all the way. It's this one. Here's a power. It's plugged in. Here's SATA. Looks straight to me. If I could follow it and just wiggle it a little bit to see which one it is, and then grab this one and wiggle it a little bit to see which one it is, and then go on the other side while I'm still holding that and wiggling it. See which one it is. That one. So we're going to make sure it's, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it and replug it. Man, I love this Viltrox light. Okay. Give it an unplug. It's got a little push release on it. I got that kind for this reason, so they don't come unplugged on their own. So it's unplugged. See, loosey-goosey. Go ahead and plug it back in, right back in. With the computer on, maybe not a good idea. What do you think? Should I turn the computer off? Actually, if it's not detected in Windows, it should be okay. Unplug and replug. So I'm going to go around the other side. Unplug and replug the SATA on this side. Now let's check if it's detected in Windows yet. Nope, no letter I there. Just my server, my CD-ROMs, my SSD, and my main hard drive. So it's not detected, so I'm going to have to shut down OBS here. Stop. Shut down the computer. So I have to go around and completely unplug the drive now. So the bigger one's the power, and the smaller one's the data. And then this is a Corsair C70, if anybody's curious, the model number of the computer case that is. Because check this out. You slide your hard drive out in a bay, really super simple like that. We need to get this taken out of the thingy. Pretty simple. You just separate it like so. I guess I'll slide this back in the thing for now. Go in there, one-handed, thank you. We're going to set the hard drive on my desk over here in a spot where I can work on it. I like to have the connectors upside down, facing the edge of the desk. And I got this thing from a while back. I've been using it all kinds of times, for all kinds of ways, to fix all kinds of things. Check it out. There's a power cable that I need to hook up first. Go in there amongst all the things and get plugged into stuff. Now here's the power connector connected to this old connector here. This is called Molex. It's like an adapter. They come apart. See? The older hard drives take this. The newer ones take this. And I'm going to plug it in to here. You can tell which way it goes because, alright, so this is the power one. And you got that little L shape. And you got that little L shape over there. And you can look at this and tell which way it goes. It goes like that. This is part of diagnosing a hard drive. So far it sounds kind of normal. Where it goes that's normal, but sometimes if it does one of those sounds too many times, like cha-ching, 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 or something like that, it'll be bad. Also in this box is a couple other things I need. This multiple data thingy, or data connector thingy. I'll shine a light on that. This one's SATA, which is new hard drive connector. That one is IDE, the old hard drive connector. This other one looks kind of like IDE on the other side. It's like for old laptop drives. There is a SATA cable in my box. Not too hard to plug it in. You just got to know which way because of the little L shape. And as you can see on here, little L shape. And I just kind of look at it, see which way the L shape's going. It would help if I didn't point the light at my face. So I need to go ahead and turn my computer back on in order to do this next test. Alright, so I've got the computer back up and OBS is recording. We're going to do the next part of the test, which is to take the USB cable and plug it into the computer. And while that goes, you keep an eye on this to see if you can get the green light to come on where it says SATA or SATA, however you want to say it. Ooh, it turned green. And I see that means there's data going back and forth. So I'm looking at my computer and it says letter I. Is this the right drive? Yep. I'm like, what? Is it gonna work now? Let's try to open it up. I got the spinning Cheerio. Or the hula hoop. Hey, my stuff! My stuffs! I might have to replace it. It might be dying. That's something I have to think about. Also, I can foresee having to get another drive anyway, and another drive, because I just potentially lost all the assets that I've been using to make my videos for the past 2 months about. Today, I sold something on eBay. Let me show you. I posted it for 200 bucks because it's like a massive beast of a blender. My roommate got it for me before he moved out. Bless his heart. Because he knew I was into making my own meals and stuff. But seriously, it's a massive beast and I live in a tiny house. Let me check this out. I've got a Ninja and I've got a Cuisinart. I've got a Ninja and a Cuisinart. And the blade's not in the Ninja right now. I keep it up there because it's super sharp. I don't want to lose a limb. I almost cut my finger off once getting it out of the drain board, and I'm not keeping it in the drain board anymore. I dab it lightly with a towel and then I stick it up where it can't attack me. Check out this massive box. That's the freaking Ninja he bought me for Christmas. Auto spiralizer, whatever that is. Take that out. And it's the Ninja IntelliSense kitchen system. Well, that's too much blender for my life. The guy knew I was on keto and intermittent fasting. I only eat once a day, so I barely need any food at all, let alone a massive blender system. So maybe it's meant to be that my hard drive started messing up the day that I sold this. So there's a very important thing you got to do if you have a failing hard drive and then you use an adapter to see if you can get it to work with USB. You need to back up your data. It's not appearing in Explorer. It's not even giving me a progress bar of any kind. I've got EBZ. These are all green. I'm getting nothing in Explorer. Let's try disconnecting and reconnecting power. Sounds normal. Please, 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 please. I want my datas. Maybe I should just grab my data earlier when it was showing up. Just hit the copy paste. And once you do get it connected, you gotta find a place for it to go that has the capacity to store the amount of data that you have that you want to get off of it. It appeared. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna back up these files. I'm gonna see if there's room on my 1 terabyte down here and room for some stuff on my server. And I'm gonna get back with you. I actually just spent the last few minutes clearing some stuff off of my server I don't need anymore. And then I went to try to access the data on here and it wasn't working. So I had to do the unplug and replug trick in a certain order. You unplug the USB cable from the computer and you unplug the power cable from the hard drive. And then you plug the hard drive power in, and like a second later, you plug in the USB. I'm remoted into my server here. Let's see. X copy to 168.2.24. That's the IP address of this computer. I $, because that's hard drive is I. Video. D. Where is it? Where is it? Is it just dtemp? Apps temp? Yeah. D apps temp video. EIHRKY. I memorized those switches years and years ago. Now that video folder is all the stuff I've worked on YouTube for the past couple months. And I'll show you here. I go into video. It's showing 0 bytes again. Earlier it was showing 283 gigabytes, and my server RAID has 1 terabyte free. I moved some stuff off of it onto this USB drive I have. I might not be able to get all the stuff off of it. That will suck. This thing is not copying the one file. So if I go over here into this command line thing and hit Control C, it should cancel it. But then I have to unplug this power and the USB to make it actually go to the next line. Let's try this again. Work! Work! This is definitely the symptoms of a dying hard drive. Come on, baby. You gave me 5 years. Just give me like one more night. Am I recording? That was funny. I'm gonna make sure I got that joke. One more night. Just one more night with you. Just one more time to read data off of you. Please, please, can I have my YouTubes back? My creations, my works of arts. Oh, I came through. Never mind. Let's see if I can get assets off of there. Oh, sweetness! This is the sound of a hard drive moving data. It just stopped at one of the files. So I unplugged it and replugged it a few times, tried it a few more times, it's still not reading. So I went to disk management, and I'll show how you get there. I like to do it this way. Just hit Windows button R. Windows button is the second button from the left on the very bottom row of your keyboard. That and the letter R together, and you get a run box. You type disk mgmt.msc. There are other ways to get there, but it takes more steps. So if you need it, disk management. And it immediately opens it, and it says you must initialize a disk before Disk Manager can access it. I'm going to hit cancel, because if you do this, it will make your hard drive forget all the other data. It doesn't delete it, you just can't get to it. See down here it says unknown. You can right click it and initialize it there. But you have to have a backup of the GPT or the MBR in order to restore it. GPT is, it's going to say, because the size is less than the minimum required for GPT disks. So what? Hit MBR. The device is not ready. Device is not ready is bad. Even though spinning sounds like it's doing stuff in there, my data is not accessible. Not unless I send it off to one of those companies that has a clean room to open it up and swap out the actual platters inside the hard drive and put them in another one with working parts. Well, I get that data back. So I have to buy a new drive. I'm going to get 2. Main one for using and another one for periodic backups in case the main one dies. I hate it. But I'm glad that this happened when I was only 2 months into YouTube. I didn't lose that much data in the grand scheme of things. All right, peace. I'm out. Fix it, 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 fix it.